This is game number 2 in the losers match between Netherlands A and Chile B. Loser goes down to the Silver League. Winner stays alive in the group. And in the blue for the winning team, so far anyways, we have Angelina playing as the Lithuanians. And in the green, we have Praise, who had a very good first game, playing as the Italians. I want to talk about this, but first I'll move along to the Chile B team. We have Nero, or Nero Milnik, playing as the Persians in the red. And then in the yellow, we have Wasepi. Wow, it's really interesting how far apart the Netherlands players are compared to the Chileans. Let's see. Is there a way to measure this? It's like 1.5 screens maybe. Whereas here, is it that? Okay, you see what I mean, right, Chad? I'm not crazy. I am crazy, but you see what I mean. It seems like Angelina and Praise are just a little bit further apart. But there's actually an advantage to being closer to the edge of the map, and that's an easier wall off. So at least Praise will have that. Yeah, I'll measure the distance in centimeters for you. It's just like 1.5 screens away. That's my big takeaway. There's a lot of hunt in the middle. There's a lot of shorefish in the middle if you want to be risky and take the zebra and take the shorefish. I think it's too risky, though. Most teams are going to scout that. But there are a few strategies I've seen behind closed doors in practice games where teams will go out there. Apart from that, it's another map that's quite open, but this is more wallable than maps like Golden Pit in this tournament. And my guess is, because these teams are so kind of predictable, we'll have Angelina go scouts. We will have Praise go archers. And we'll have the same over here. We'll have scouts for Nero, and then archers for Wasepi. Where do you rate Italians as far as the ranking goes for archer civs in a 2v2, Twitch chat? I think a lot of people are going to rate them pretty low, but I think they're one of the best. Think about their bonuses. As the scouts are fighting over here, you have... It's cheaper for you to go feudal. It's cheaper for you to go... Oh boy. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, that villager came in clutch there. All right, so both scouts go down. But yeah, it's cheaper for you to go feudal, castle, and imp. You then have better arbalest than most civilizations in post-imp with the Pavise upgrade, right? And then you have Genoese crossbow as a unique unit, which can be incredibly handy if paladins come out. Now, I'm not saying they're better than Mayans. I'm not saying they're better than Britons. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that they're definitely around top 5-ish for land maps. And because there's no water maps remaining, or because no water maps are picked, I think Italians is good for this draft. Faster castle age can be so important. And so if you are able to pull that off with Italians, get crossbow and bodkin a bit earlier, I think it's huge. Also, Italians have the trade bonus for late game too. So it's very easy to trade and be strong in post-imp. I think Italians are sick. Praise has 3 militia queued up in the barracks. Praise might try Drush Fast Castle. Over here, we have Nero walling up. The norm would be something like 20, 21 population feudal to go scouts. Very easy wall off now that I look at it over here. There was a villager walling. Scout was debating attacking that villager, and here Nero's walling. Praise didn't see the villager. But Nero is aware that the Drush is coming, and then we'll have a Drush on the other side too. So this might be full-on Drush Fast Castle for the Netherlands. And then for Wasepi, Wasepi's also going Drush, so this will be Drush Fast Castle. Interesting. A lot more to do with the walling on the backside. I think Nero's going to have a very bad time. If he can't get these walls down, he's going to have a very, very, very bad time. Trying to wall. Okay, the walls are down. Okay, and this villager... Okay, this villager might be able to wall. But it has to be super quick. 1, 2... quick wall! Quick wall! Quick! Fast! Fast! Militia are coming. And it could be 2 groups of militia coming. House. Oh no. Gate it. Gate it and you're fine. Oh, Palisade. Palisade. Uh, uh, Palisade. Okay. Whew. That was nerve-wracking, man. Now over here, Wasepi is quick walling. But no, these units are going to get through, right? Wait a wait a second. No, what's that gate? No, house, Palisade, Palisade again. Oh my God. Oh, the quick walls. This had me sweating, man. All right, so Nero's gonna make it to feudal. Nero maybe shouldn't even make scouts here, but all the other players are going Drush Fast Castle. Holy cow. But yeah, that's so important. If the Drush would have done damage for Angelina, while Wasepi's Drush was not doing damage, it would have given a lead to the Holland players. But I quite like the way this is shaping up. But I don't think you should go stable if you're Nero. I don't think scouts are going to contribute anything. I say that as I see that Praise isn't fully walled. But he probably will be by the time you get there. I think the better play is to go for both eco upgrades. So you go Horse Collar and double Bit Axe. And then you just farm like crazy and try and get Castle Age ASAP. And then you make a bunch of house walls behind your palisades. And with that, hopefully you'll be able to hold from the crossbows that might eventually come from the enemy. Good work over here, though, for Wasepi. He did destroy a house. If there's ever a house in part of the wall when you're drushing, and they're fully walled, just take out the house instead of the palisades. I'm very confused by some of the messages coming towards me in chat right now. Mushroom walls from yellow? Mushroom walls? I don't see any mushrooms. But now I'm just curious on what the uptimes are going to be like. Angelina's gone up earlier. Will Angelina have the res to go up? Over here, the scout is here. The next scout is here. And again, the walls are finished. So, feel as though Nero should stop creating scouts at this point. Talked about the Italian bonuses I liked. I think that Praise will have a really solid uptime. But Praise will have the wall still. And Angelina just brought the militia back. The militia will... Why don't they just agree to not fight? You know, just live in peace. Alright, they're out here to fight. And Wasepi with the better fight. But truthfully, this doesn't really matter. And now, okay, this is the closest militia war you'll ever see. Or not. I thought that Angelina with the hill would clear out 2 there, but I was wrong. All right. Woohoo! 3-0 KD or 4-1 KD. You did it. Wasepi making the range. Wasepi making the blacksmith. Over here, we'll see stable and blacksmith. And Angelina didn't even have loom. Angelina will click up. Here we have Praise. It's cheaper for his civilization to click up, so it will happen soon. And then you have Nero with 300 food. So again, my point was, it's definitely against meta, but I think the correct way to adapt to this would have been to not make the stable at all and turn that into 3 farms instead. Your Castle Age time would still be later, but it wouldn't be quite as late. The scouts come back, and the scouts will clear up the Drush. And so the KD is looking pretty good right now for Chili B. Chili just have to make sure that they scout the map with the extra scouts and be very aware that knights and archers are coming. Yeah, taking out a house. Again, I think that's the best thing you can do with the Drush. Wasepi is going to have to be very careful about moving out with the archers. Because he doesn't have many, and he might feel the need to put pressure on Angelina, but when his teammate isn't up yet, I don't think you can move out. I think you have to play defensive. And I really like the idea of house walls behind the palisades if you feel like you'll get pressured. Nero's Castle Age time is going to be way too late. This is great for Netherlands. I think he could have pulled off. He still would have been later than Angelina, but I think he could have pulled off a Castle Age time, which was a minute or 2 faster if he did what I said. But it's so easy in the moment to say, Like, I know that the enemy's going to be fully walled. He wouldn't know that. It's so easy to say this as a caster. Very hard to know when it's happening. And look at the resources that Praise has to spare, too. Very, very much a fan of Italians as flank if there's no water sieves. TJ Weej says, do you see how many games are played? Nope. That would be a very unwise thing to do. It would be a spoiler. Now, anytime there's a best of 5 or best of 7 or best of 11, whatever, and it's recorded games that have not been seen before, I receive the max amount of games. So, best of 5, I receive 5 games. No spoilers. Yeah, so Wasepi's moving out, and Wasepi's moving out at a time that you would normally move out if you're going crossbow bodkin. But I think in this situation, it's a bit risky to move out because there's knights out here. There's knights and there's crossbows, so you're kind of moving out on your own. Fortunately for Nero, Nero's eco will be looking good, and since he's Persians, he even advances to Castle Age a little faster. Also, Nero is tracking these crossbows. That be confidently moving forward. Praise will spot that. Ooh, okay. This is great work for Chile, actually. A knight goes down and 2 crossbows go down. So in a situation where I don't think that should have ever happened, it does. Okay, but now the knights close in. We'll see what type of engagement Angelina is able to take. Yeah, this is what I expected. I expected Wasepi to lose everything if he ran out like that. On the bright side, though, at least Praise is losing a lot of archer numbers, too. But that was still, in my opinion, a very poor move for Chile. I don't think they should have had... They should have had Wasepi waiting for Nero to get some knights. Apollo says, why call them flanks? Because there's no pocket. All 4 players play the same based on their position, left versus right. Habit. Maybe it's been because it's been a couple days of casting, but some of these... I don't know if chat's being extra nitpicky today or if I'm a little bit more irritable, but just have it. Been casting for 6 years using certain words. You're definitely right, though. It's technically not a flank. 6 knights here. 9 crossbows. Then we've 9-ish crossbows. But it's Persian knights. I'll keep a close eye on if Angelina is able to get relics. There's a few next to him, and he is Lithuanians. Okay. Do the Netherlands want to force the issue here? Being patient. We'll take what they can get. Idling 5 farms is certainly good. You can't get surrounded if you never go too far in. This is good patient play from the Netherlands. You remember what happened in the previous game where Wasepi dove in with his numbers? And after Wasepi dove in with his numbers, he lost a large force. They don't want that to happen to themselves here, but the coordination's bad. What's happening? All right, the knights now move in front. Nero saw an opportunity there. So, I think the Persian bonus is really going to play a role here. The faster working TCs and the fact that Persian knights get extra attack versus archers. Once Nero gets +2, and if he can afford it, because he's trying to go 3 TCs too, doesn't have that much on food, this could be pretty fun to watch. Also, Wasepi went for TCs before ballistics. So, Wasepi's on 3 town centers. Praise is only on 2. And the engagement will happen. The engagement will happen. Wow, and it will be a close engagement. Praise does have more crossbow numbers. Knights for Nero are engaging more and taking more of the fights. They're not engaging against the archers, though. Neither knight player has +2. There's 11 knights remaining for Angelina, and ouch. When both teams dive into an engagement like they're going to win, it's really hard as a caster to know. Sometimes you're like, they're taking this fight because it's going to be good for them, right? I'm like, nope. No, it didn't seem too good there. And they were chasing, too. That's what was weird about that. Just now, Wasepi's making the university. The ballistics was not in during the fight. Relic here. And then Relic. Okay, very little scouting for Angelina, but Relic over here as well. After the 3 TCs go up, get that monastery. There it is. Get those relics if you're Lithuanians. Again, I don't want to be overly critical of Nero, but I have to talk about why it's going wrong for them. It's because he went 3 TCs before taking map control. So he's committed to creating villas out of 3 town centers, but he doesn't have the resources to get +2 on the knights. He doesn't have the resources to create villagers out of 3 TCs and also create units out of the stables. So it just essentially just poor balance, which has led them here. And then also what I mentioned in Feudal Age was it doesn't help, right? Because they were later to Castle Age. So it's on Wasepi to carry with a fast uptime. It's going to be a tough ask against this many knights, and it will be a tough ask against Italians. But Wasepi does have the most villagers in the game. Not by a long shot, but by a little. Also getting Thumb Ring, Ballistics, and the second armor upgrade. And is Vietnamese. And we have seen Vietnamese carry like crazy before on this map. I don't think I'll ever forget that game where Spain beat Argentina B. I'm pretty sure Lan lost 6 town centers in that game. And someone in the YouTube comments called it that Lan was one of the... You can't even just give Tato the MVP from that game because of how good Lan was with rebooming. Remember, it's cheaper for Italians to go Imp. Praise might be flirting with the idea. Wasepi has 23 crossbows. Praise has 24. 20 of them are here and more coming forward. Adding more archer ranges, both the archer players. Still no +2 defense for these knights. I mean, Angelina just went to the blacksmith to get an attack upgrade, so surely Angelina's aware of that. And +2's coming in for Nero. This is a really poor fight, I think, for Angelina and Praise. A lot of weak knights in there. Wasepi's going to Imp. And now Nero's getting +2 with Persian knights. I don't know if they want to force the fight, actually, because the military counts are so damn close. But if Wasepi's on Arb first with Vietnamese crossbows and then transitions that into, rats and archers later, could be pretty sick. No Praise is thinking of clicking up to Imp. We probably see the building. There it is. So, University already up. Monastery up now. Just needs the resources, and it's very close to what you need with Italians.
Thanks for the great work, T90.
I was critical of Nero a few times in this game, but he's had pretty sick recovery now. 31 on food. Lots of knights out. And he's looking at 75 vills where Angelina has 87. Angelina has 1 relic on the way back and has scouted the other one on this side. So maybe a guarantee, maybe even this one. Map controls there. Maybe +3 attack for Lithuanians. I think Nero is saving up for the Imperial Age. Also, Wasepi, he's getting housed a lot. I think it's because he's creating out of so many ranges and his TCs, but 3 or 4 times I've seen him get housed. Certainly has played the best in this game, though. He's got 40 military, and he's going to be an Imp way faster. I think it's a good call to have Nero go Imp. Oftentimes, you'll have the Knight players spam Knights in this position, but if you feel like you're going to have early Imp advantage, it's risky, but you could use that time to get Nero to Cavalier. Or you could just get stomped if Angelina makes Knights with the resources he has, but this could go late. This could go super late with these civs. And the way the bases are shaping up right now makes me think that we'll see some trade. We've only seen a few games go past an hour in this tournament. There's a signal, and Wasepi's like, come with me, my friend. So both Chileans on the way to the Imperial Age. Then you have Praise on the way to Imp, but Angelina has not clicked up yet. Okay, we'll be on the way now. So I think, ideally, you take an advantage here if you're Chili B, and then you prioritize late game. So as you're forcing reactions here, you stonewall this. You add markets. You start trading. You just go full stonewall in the middle as you're taking fights. As you're expanding eco. You try and get Nero onto Paladin. All these things. Because you're probably not going to win the game right here with how defensive Angelina is prepped. He's got the castle in a perfect spot. He's got house walls over here. It is going to be kind of tough. Also, it's a bit more on the risky side to go back this way because then Angelina and Praise could maybe catch you out on this side as you try and run back to your base. But yeah, look for villagers to go to the corner. It might be happening soonish. Weseppi and Nero probably not too pleased to realize that they're not able to get through. They've killed 1 or 2 villagers and that's it. Praise is getting the final armor upgrade for his arbs and getting chemistry. And then also with a castle, which he does not have yet, could get Pavise. And then Angelina is about to get relic number 2. So the Cavalier that Angelina will have will be pretty insane. I think this is going to swing in favor of the Netherlands players. But then again, you'll have Nero on Cavalier soon. I think it's an idea to have Weseppi send all of that food that he has over to Nero's to get Nero to Paladin. I think that's what a lot of top teams will do in this spot. Stone walls. Yup. Stone walls. Outposts on the extra golds. Outposts in the corners. They'll start making markets. Oh, I would love a big post-imp battle on Valley. This would be so much fun. And I love how the Netherlands players realize we just can't split up. We have to stay together. And no! Nero! Where are you going? Ah! That was so bad. He didn't expect them to be there. No. Come back. Don't fight. Yeah, okay. This is why you start those stone walls. This is why you fortify. Because now I think you actually have to fall back. Because once Angelina gets Cav, this could be really bad. Pavise is not in yet. But you see how Praise is getting coinage? Praise is going to sling his food to Angelina so Angelina can get Paladin. Actually, Angelina just has the eco to go Paladin anyways.
Greetings from Germany C.
That's a lot of Arbalest, don't get me wrong. And, you know, Vietnamese could switch into Ratans later, but this does not seem like a good position to be in for Chile. Oh my god, this is an awful fight. I think it's gotta be an awful fight. It's gotta be an awful fight. Nero has nothing. The Cav will just melt, and Weseppi will lose everything with it. What a disaster. No. They should have pulled back. Meanwhile, Nero is raiding, though. And if the Chileans are able to raid and then maybe stonewall and get some trade going, who knows? Also, Angelina Jolie did lose a lot of Cav there. But now it's 78 military for Praise. That was a very poor fight. Paladin's on the way. You look at Praise, and Praise is about to drop below 100 villagers. Army count seems to matter much more in these situations. And Nero, not the first time in this set, is sacrificing military numbers for Vill kills. Don't know if it's the time exactly, but it is one positive for them. Giving them a lot of time. Weseppi's shouting out orders right now, I'm sure. Like, hey, Stonewall, outpost the corners so we can get trade going. No rats and archers yet for Weseppi, but he's already sending trade to the corner. Paladin is about to be on the way for Nero. But I think instead of engaging there, you back up. You tech Paladin first with less numbers. And then, I don't know. It's really hard to say. No unique tech yet, but no castle yet for Praise. That's interesting. But Paladin's now in. 14 plus 7 attack. And Nero's being a pain with these 4 cav. They'll have to be dealt with. Stone walls were not up yet for Nero. This will need to be dealt with. Suppose on the bright side, though, this is 47 arbs that could maybe be called out by the cav. So Angelina's not with his teammate here. And it's Persian cav. So I think this could be grouped up upon, as Praise is expecting to be vulnerable. Still a lot of arbs. Hey, work together. Where you going? Where you going? Kill. Kill. We got the split. We got the patrol. Big fight. But now there's paladins. Honestly, it could just be game over if Chile doesn't win this fight. Because they have to win this fight. They have to secure that trade. So how's this fight going to go? We have 22 paladins. We have got 20 cavalier. 14 arbs versus 25 arbs. Just more arbs over here. You know what? Wasepi has more arbalest. Problem is really that Nero doesn't have his cav yet. And Paladin is also not in yet. Wasepi trying to carry his team. I think it's going to stabilize a bit here, though. Because Paladin should come in for Nero. And Wasepi still has more arb numbers. And the fact that Vietnamese have more HP is helpful. The fact that Praise doesn't have Pavise yet is helpful. Maybe Chileans need to back up to the hill a bit. Man, what a game. This is going to be so good, guys. I really hope this continues. I really hope that all teams can continue to produce and queue. Because if they can, this is going to go late, and this is going to be a wild one. Stonewall's on this side now as Angelina's taking that extra gold. I feel like Nero and Wasepi are just not on the same page sometimes, though. Nero's Paladins and Wasepi's Arbs need to be together more frequently. That's been a big concern for them. But now they're fighting on the hill. And that castle should go up. More units here for Praise. Paladins on the way. Bump, 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 bump. Man, what a game. Yeah, that castle's going to go up. And I'll keep an eye on trade numbers here, because if the more trade you have, the more... actually, the castle might not go up. What the... The more trade you have, the more likely it is you're going to win the game. I see that both Angelina and Praise are trading like crazy right now. That castle will go up. It's just the villagers went down. 63 military for Wasepi, 53 for Praise, 27 versus 21 when you're comparing the Paladins. Wow. Also, there's Paladins back here. If Nero remembers those, you could do a lot of damage in the trade. Oh, and there's a monk over here for Angelina. Huh. So, we could see Genoese crossbowmen from Italians. We could see rats and archers from Vietnamese. I would love to see elephants in this game, but it would have to be a super long one to ever get to elephants. So, let's not get too excited. I also don't think we're going to see Elite Latus at all from Lithuanians. So probably just Paladins from the Cav players. But the lowest pop is Nero, and Nero's at 176, which is not too terribly low, and he has 150 villagers. Holy. Let's check trade counts. It's kind of awkward for me to do that, but we have 5 trade units for Nero, 14 for Wasepi, 30... Oh, that's idols. I'm sorry, 15 for Angelina. And then 11 for Praise. Okay. So Angelina's got quite a few idle villagers. We learned that much. I love the castle positions in the middle for the Chileans. There we go. Fix that problem. I like the stone walls too. I think fortified wall would be smart. And finally, I think Pavise's in now. So these arbs are... I don't know if you consider them better than Vietnamese arbs, because Vietnamese have the HP, but it's certainly more competitive. Also then, like, do you want to have Persian Paladins or Lithuanian Paladins? Probably Lithuanian Paladins, because the extra attack is going to help against archers and against Cav, whereas the Persian bonus helps just against the archers. Oh, what the... Wait a second. Wait a second. Do you remember that monk? Angelina converted the vills that were building the market, and he tried to gate off the trade. And then the villager just went down. That's funny. Will this be the most epic game of the tournament? So, oh, wait. There's a... You... Oh, God. This could be... Oh, quick wallet. Quick wallet. Quick... Well done. Well done, my son. That was... That could have been really annoying. But yeah, possibly a sign of things to come. Is now Wasepi. He stacked 3 castles here. He needs the castles. He does have elite rats and archers, and they want to push the castle that Praise has. Lithuanian player has 3 relics. 14 plus 7 attack. Oh, man. Oh, this is a worry. This is a really frustrating side to have to worry about if you're Wasepi. But he did run around here, and now he's walled that off. That was smart. Big fight on this side. But the Paladins can't get in front. No, this is not good for the Chileans at all. Someone's PC was breaking during this fight. I don't know why, but if there was lag during the game, there's lag for casters. So enjoy the PowerPoint. But, well, it's a shame that that's happening. What in the... This is like a flip book. This is like flip book Age of Empires. What is this? What is this? That's so weird. But you know what? Now that there's this many rats and archers, I really feel like the composition's way better for Chile. Also, there's no stone walls for the Netherlands. At least, like, not throughout the entire middle. Well, I can only apologize, but I can't do anything about it. Does anyone have... I'm not smart,
I want
okay?
this game to go so late that he'll be an old man like you.
Does anyone have an explanation why a caster would experience the lag that players would feel? Because that was never the case. Okay, it was kind of the case back in the Voobly days, but it was never... It was never like this. Shit PC is... No, it's not... Again, I don't know if people listen to what I say. But if players feel lag, then the spectators feel lag too. I don't know why that's the case. Nice shot from Nero here with these paladins. And also in the back, sniping some vills. Well, it could be worse. I've certainly experienced worse lag. Which team would you say is winning right now? I like this castle for Nero to protect that side. This is no longer a threat with Hussar raids. I currently prefer the position of the Chileans because of the rats and archers. Now, I'm not blaming the players, right? I mean, type a 1 in chat if you've ever had a laggy game before. It happens, man. I'm not blaming the players. I'm just saying it's kind of annoying that when I cast, you know, we have to experience it, but it gives us that real feel. And remember, it is a 20-year-old game. Technically, this version is just a year-old, but we've been there, done that. We're here since the dial-up days. Oh, goodness. Oh, oh my God. What is this? Why is that? It's a new game. It's a new game. What is happening? What the? You can't even see that. Oh, God. I can't even tell. Are we going to see the shot from the Onager? Oh. Oh, my God. Wait, how is that not bigger? Oh, my God. What? This is 100 FPS. Let's go. 100 FPS gaming. Or 60 or 70 or 80 or whatever. Oh, my God. Well... Here's the pause. Is that lag? Hard to play. Yeah, my PC in post-imp sucks hard. I'm very sorry, says Wasepi. And Angelina says go. Yeah, so they paused and talked about it. Oh, this is so funny, though. I've never seen anything like this. This is so ridiculous. So I guess... I don't know if this buffs the Chileans because Wasepi's used to it or what. Oh, my word. Oh! Units are sliding around like they're on ice? This is crazy. Slideshow. Is this even a slideshow at this point? There's got to be another word for this. We're actually missing the bolt from half of the units out there. Like, I'm not seeing most of the projectiles from the rats and archers. Oh, there's trade in the middle. What? Why is there trade in the middle? They need to delete these walls. That's not good. It was good for Chile that they took out that castle, but... Boy. This is a gift? Yeah, pretty much. It's true. Now, it reminds me of those little flip books. Did you ever have, like, a pack of sticky notes? And you draw a bunch of little drawings, like stick figures, and try and act like they're... Then you flip the book, and they're running and jumping, or whatever you guys did with yours. That's what it reminds me of. Lithuanians have pretty crappy siege options, right? Persians as well, Vietnamese as well. None of these civilizations get siege onager. Onager I don't think is a bad move, but... How did that... Okay, Onager goes down. Wow. Even the trade looks funny. Look at the... I feel like we should play some orchestra music and watch the trade cards dance. Do 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 do. Well, the way these games end is with big trade raids. And the way to protect your trade is with castles in the middle. So currently it's... I don't want to say it's looking good for anyone. But it does kind of feel like, as this is something Wasepi didn't realize, it does kind of feel like the game's just going to change with some type of a raid. Really do think Nero needs to clear out some of these palisade walls so the trade can path, but... the trouble is pulling population away from the middle to raid. Can you justify doing that? Got these wild walls on this side, so it's hard for units to sneak past. There's still castles everywhere. I think it's not the Dutch players that need to raid. I think it's the Chileans, because currently the rats and archers cannot be killed. That's what it feels like. So if the rats and archers can hold on their own, I think Nero needs to go for a paladin raid. And really, the fact he's making light cav is a pretty bad sign. They need to get the trade moving. But they are still adding trade. Look at the moonwalking trade card. Did you see that? It's like their wheels keep getting stuck in the mud. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. There it goes. All right. Keep moving. Oh, yeah. Oh. So wild, man. Well... Type a 1 in chat if you don't own the game and you were considering buying the game, but you weren't sure if your PC would be able to handle it. Microsoft's not going to be happy with this little question, but apparently you'll be fine until post-imp. Apparently you'll be fine until post-imp. There, everything... maybe the game becomes more fun for you. I don't know, but there everything changes a little bit. But Elite Rats and Archers just... I don't think they can be killed. Look at the KD. 560 kills for Wasepi. 330 deaths. One of the most overpowered units we've seen so far in this tournament. So you either need a raid, or you just get enough paladins in front of the Ratons, and you should be favored. Good micro there from Nero to take out the onagers. At what point can this be ruled an admin win? Well, there's no admin win. Obviously, because we're casting the games, right? I'm not seeing paladins anymore from Angelina. Is there an issue for Angelina? Why doesn't Angelina... Like, Angelina's got the Q, but the paladins, as they show up, will just get taken out. Nero has 170 vills. I didn't realize that. Well, that also does include trade cards. So it's actually the lumberjacks. Yeah, deleting 30 lumberjacks would be incredible. I'd actually say the same for Angelina. Maybe deleting 15 or so as we see some hussars peel out. Look at them go. It's a slinky. It's an accordion. Oh, no, wait. It's a group of hussars. It's the centipede. It's a millipede. It's a hussipede. What? It's actually more fun to look at individual units than it is to look at large groups. But no, guys. The Netherlands team is dying here. There's so many bombard cannons from Wasepi. He's now making bombard towers in the middle. The Netherlands need to change something. I'm not sure exactly what they can do, but It's got to be to get into the trade and just change the focus, or the point of focus for these rats and archers. And maybe this is it. Maybe you ram down this side and try and raid a bit. Wasepi realizes and will wall up. It's a bit of a shame because I feel like this game is so good. I'm not sure if it's more YouTube worthy or less YouTube worthy because of the flip bookness, but oh, watch these skirmishers. Oh, the skirms. Well, the skirmishers are not being fired upon by the bombard cannons because it's not needed when you have this many rats and archers. Updating the hussars, they're not moving. I think this game is over. This is just one Rat10 raid away from all the trade going down for Angelina's team. They're trying to change the point of attack, and they're trying to break through here. But Wasepi's just going to add more walls. And those walls will go up, and that's the way to do it. Keep pushing where things are going well for you, and there's a few bombard cannons back there for praise, and the skirmishers have contributed very little. Bombard cannons might do it. This is wild. Guys, you gotta realize, like Wasepi, so I played post-stimp games with Wasepi in the Voobly days, right? This never happened. So, well, I can understand why people are getting bent out of shape. Like some people are getting a little too bent out of shape because of this. It's the most recent patch for DE as well. Has issues in even like late Castle Age. So, oh, big shots. Post-stimp is taxing in general across all versions, but I do feel for Wasepi here. And I also feel for the Netherlands, right? I didn't know this happened, clearly, right? And maybe Robo spoke to them about it or whatever. And Wasepi says, not much I can do. Like, he's really apologetic about it. Would PC. Oh, man. So he's got to get a few more hamsters for that wheel, I suppose. Oh, man. Well, I'm looking at the populations, and it does feel like because Nero has 170 vills, that the Netherlands are pushing this back. Nero has 169 villagers, excuse me. He only has space for 20-some military. That's really not enough. You should have trade, and then you should be, instead of chopping wood with 50 villagers, you should be at around 20 or maybe 25, and then make more paladins. So I thought this game was just going to end, but the Netherlands players are going to push through the pain and try and win with this lag. Okay, everyone who's watching on Twitch right now, let's do something fun. People are showing up to the stream saying, WTF, what is this lag? Next time it happens, say, what lag? Let's just act like there's no lag for the next 20 minutes, just to troll whoever showed up late to the stream. So anyways, great game here. Top-notch performance from both teams. And it's the perfect patrol for Nero. You can tell he's grouped up his units around the skirmishers. The bombard cannon's back there for praise. But maybe get some big shots on the rats and archers. But here go the rats and archers. Oh, man. One bombard cannon down. The next bombard cannon's gone down. Oh, but the rats and archers! More like flats and archers, am I right? Jeez. And Nero still really needs to get more paladins out here.
Thanks for helping me discover that Age of Empires is my favorite sport. So glad that nothing slows it
Trade
down.
is running smoothly back here. There's no pathing issues. That can be a big concern in post-stimp. But you know what? The bombard cannon choice. Maybe the one thing that has really done something for the Netherlands. Even Wasepi's down to 175 population now. More Ratens in the queue, but more Ratens getting killed off. What? A comeback! The Netherlands players could have so easily just said, whatever, we're dead, we can't kill this, it's not worth it, and resigned. But they're still fighting. Remember, this is the loser's match, so the team that wins here will stay alive as we see skirmishers get hit. And the team that loses here will be down to the Silver League. I'm not sure, but we might need to introduce a new league. We could just call it the Wooden League, maybe. Oh, bombard cannons dying. So many. This is great. Nero does have one paladin here. And the paladin he's getting there. He can't decide, but no, the paladin will go down. Nero still has too much eco. Rats and archers going in for raid. There's a hole here. The rats and archers are going for it. They're just going to give up the mid and go for the trade raid. Are you kidding me? Is there a hole? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Look at them go. Oh, Lord, they coming. A lot of them just got flattened. And now there's only 29 here, and the Lithuanian paladins are tracking. And this is... Oh! This is really bad for the rats and archers. And I think that's a risk that Chile started to take. Because they weren't confident in the middle anymore. They need to house wall this real quick. Villagers. Okay, we've got Michael Jackson over here. Nice moonwalking. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yep. Well done. There's still a hole there, which they haven't realized. So the units could run around, but those are not going to be around for very long. Well, this would be an opportunity now for the Netherlands to push. I'm kind of bummed that Nero doesn't have more paladins because I kind of wanted him with the castles. Oh, he's only got one. I really wanted to see elephants in this game. Nero with a total of 27 military, Angelina with 50. Yeah, Angelina with a much... He just doesn't have as much on wood. You do need to have wood for farms to reseed, of course, but you're going to need to have population space. OMG, what is this lag? What lag? If you're experiencing lag, refresh your stream. If you're experiencing lag, refresh your stream. Just F5. Yeah, there's nothing wrong here. Everything's fine on our end. Maybe call your internet provider, actually. I've heard that there's an internet outage everywhere. So yeah, just call. Yeah, try Firefox. And if Firefox doesn't work or Chrome doesn't work, try Bing. And how many people do we have here? 7,000. We're about to have more Bing downloads today than ever over the last 12 months. Microsoft better pay me big time. Let's go. Go for Bing. Go for Bing. Wait, does Bing not exist anymore? Edge. Whatever the other one is. Wasn't Bing an old browser? My dad used to always use this non-Google browser. What was it called? I thought it was Bing. Oh, it's a search engine. No. It was... What am I thinking of? I don't know. Doesn't matter, because we have a perfect game here. Safari. Opera. Yeah, Opera was one as well. I mean, maybe you can load up Twitch on Ask Jeeves. Load up Twitch on Ask Jeeves and things will run smoothly. Because that's a thing. Well, there was about a dozen bombard cannons here. And now the bombard cannons or the bombard towers, excuse me, are all gone for Wasepi. He's just placed one more. Nero, 35 military, but Angelina at 33. And Angelina is mixing in Latus, but they're not elite Latus, so they're just... I do like Latus in this position against the Paladins. Like, maybe... I think the way that Latus are supposed to work is you mix them in with Paladins in an ideal world, but you're going to want the elite version. Are the players going to run out of wood here? What if this game never ends? Look at the wood being chopped. There's not a lot of wood lines. Okay, I guess this could last another half hour or so with the wood. But not if Wasepi loses the castles. Wasepi needs the rats and archers. It's really why that the Chileans have been able to hold on with fewer paladins. T90, check your Discord. Robo is commanding. Sorry, guys. I like how I paused and the unit still slid for a second. I have to check. Robo wants to talk to me. No, we're good, Robo. We're fine. I'm not going to tell you what Robo said, but Robo gave us an out. We are not weak people here. Oh, look at the Paladin slide! Look at the Paladin slide! We are not weak people here. We are not leaving this game. Let's go. Lag? No, there's no lag. Just refresh the stream if there's any issues. Just refresh the stream. It should be fine. Well, it's all about castle numbers. Giuseppe has 1, 2, 3, 4. I think only 4 castles. That's not that much in the grand scheme of things. But then again, I think all the siege just died for the Netherlands. Let's check trade counts. Let's go through and check that. We have, oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Subscribe if you want the lag to go away. Snapes, come on. We have 69 trade units for Angelina. For the teammate praise, we have 61. Go back to the lag here. Here we have, for Nero, he has 59. And Giuseppe has 60. So actually, trade units are pretty damn close all around. I'd love to see a dock in the middle, just because. A dock and a demo. And, ooh, look! Nero's running out of wood. Maybe he's trying to chop the enemy wood. You guys are cool with continuing with this, right? Can we power through this?
Really did take the lag away.
Thank you, Diva. Okay, a lot of people are saying yeah. All right, cool. We'll continue. I mean, there's really no alternative. I can only apologize for the lag that no one sees. I'll take a moment, though. Mashire fan, thank you for the 2 months. Says, hey, T90, thanks for helping me discover that Age of Empires is my favorite sport. Be glad that nothing slows it down. Yes, Age of Empires 2. I mean, the new version, definitely not slow. We're fine. Thank you. Voro, thank you for the tier 2 6 months. Says, keep it going good. I will. Thank you. Captain Squirtle, thank you for 3 months.
Are you coming to my no shower November party next week?
Ew!
Keep saying it would be better to wait until December, so having a commitment from a big name like you could really help the turnout.
Are you coming to my no shower November party next week? People keep saying it would be better to wait until December, so having commitment from a big name like you could really help the turnout. No. I'm gonna need a shower after this game. But, no. I'm sorry. Thank you for the invite, I suppose. Dr. Eichel, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you, Green Beer Brewing, for the 2. Yellow, thank you for the new sub. It's really funny, actually, because Yellow has SC2 in his name. So he's probably come over here from StarCraft, and he's like, wow, the performance here is fantastic. Let's go. Lindig, thank you for the 18. Greetings from USA. Thank you for the hello from Germany. And Boss Brahmer, thank you for the 16. Guys, I don't know if you picked up on this, but Chile B is losing this game. The Netherlands have come back. They are coming back right now. As I'm thanking subs, the Chileans just get weaker and weaker and weaker. In fact, they might have just lost the game. Because Giuseppe, where's the latest over here? That's on very low HP, destroying villagers. But Giuseppe is going to be on only 2 castles after this castle is built. And the trade is right past here. I mean, I'm very impressed with how the Netherlands have been able to hold on for a variety of different reasons. But against Rats and Archers, and throughout this very smooth post-imp, they continued to try, continued to grind. They do have Onager tech, so they could send Onager forward and maybe chop through the trees. Oh, and there's relics! You know the Lithuanian player is going to want those. Man. Okay, there was a pause for some reason. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Ladies, find yourself a man. Like, find yourself a man like Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie, throughout this pause, says, all right, I need 1 sec, need to call. Sorry, guys, need 4 minutes. Girlfriend in bad neighborhood wants to keep talking. Giuseppe says, okay, don't worry. Angelina Jolie says, till she's in train. Praise says, this guy, shaking his head in disbelief, judging his teammate. Giuseppe says, whip. Praise agrees. And then they start. Oh, I'm so glad we continued with this. Let's keep going. Oh my god. That's so cool. Can we get some hearts in chat though? Like, how many other gaming communities would have pro players making those jokes throughout all these situations? Even though like Giuseppe, you know, makes those jokes even though he knows his team is probably dying. That was that was cute, man. That was cute. And the paladins are sliding! Here they come! Nero's here to help! But the problem is, Nero hasn't had enough paladins throughout Imp, and they're losing momentum now. So, as the units slide into each other here, even if Chile is able to clean it up, there might not be enough rats and archers there to save the team from Giuseppe. He's mixing in arbs now, actually. That's a sign that that's the case. And the trade is all blocked off. They've got to delete some buildings. And it would be very wise for the Dutch players to just switch focus then. Take out a house right over here, and it's just... I'm still very impressed that Praise and Angelina were able to hold on throughout everything in this game. They, Rats and Archers seem too difficult to deal with. Look at this. The Paladin is chasing the Bombard Cannon. Okay. If the Bombard Cannons would have never moved, would they have ever died? Whoa. 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 He's seasick. What it looks like, or he's drunk or something. Tarzus is raiding Nero's eco would actually help the Chileans. Yeah, but not the trade. The thing is, he had all that eco, and I never really felt like he had too many resources. It was just too many on wood, so I don't know what to say about all that. But if the trade gets raided, even just a little bit, it can change the game. I'd think different if Giuseppe could make more Ratens. There's still 54 of them here. But long term, I don't know how many Ratens are going to be able to come out. But no, this is where you shift focus if you're the Netherlands. You just ram this down and then run in here. Just keep switching sides. Or you just keep spamming here, I suppose. But I really like the idea of switching focus in some way. Gotcha, Lost Bard. All right, that makes a little bit of sense. Like I said, it's not every day I experience this. And big shots. Big shots from the Bombard Cannons, which have made all the difference for Praise and Angelina Jolie. But yeah, this is, I think we're gonna... I don't know if we'll look back fondly at this game for all the right reasons, but this has been a really competitive game, and it's kind of a shame if Chile loses this, because this has gone on 1 hour and 37 minutes. Will they lose it? It's Nero again. His pop's too low. He's only at 17 military.
And everything looks normal.
Other mod with $11 says, I'm on LSD and everything looks normal. Well, I'm not on LSD and everything still looks normal. Please subscribe for 1 more FPS per sub tier. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. That would be the way to do it. But no, we're fine. Azura, thank you for the 20 months. There's no lag in this sub message. No, there was not. I think the game ends here. I think Angelina Jolie's girlfriend's going to be safe. I think that she's going to be happy to hear that the Netherlands are up 2-0. I think that Giuseppe and Nero will be disappointed that they weren't able to push and win the game. And gaming devs all around the world will be very happy and pleased with what we've seen here. As will computer shops. Oh, Onager shot over here. And that's not really a shot, per se, but it does chop the trees so more units can run through. No way! You're freaking kidding me. Don't tell me Wasepi... Okay, this will get cleared. Can you imagine if the Netherlands didn't realize that the Rats and Archers win the trade, and all the teams lost their trade at the same time? But yeah, it's significantly easier for Angelina to deal with that than it is for Nero and for Wasepi to deal with this. Wasepi's pop has dropped, Nero's pop has dropped. The markets have gone down. The trade will probably stop down here, and the game should end here. What a great performance, though. And a great hold from Praise and Angelina. I think it came down to Paladin numbers. And, yeah, I think it came down to Paladin numbers. And also, the Netherlands did a much better job at sniping Siege. Maybe a bit of overconfidence from Wasepi and Nero. I don't know. Hard to say. I really did like Rats and Archer Paladin more than the Arbalest and Paladin. Also, the Netherlands team had a little bit more in the way of trade. They also had the Pavise upgrade, not available for the units the Vietnamese have. I think we'll see the GG here. I don't see how we won't see the GG as all the trade is moving there. And there's the GG from Nero and Wasepi. And, wow, man. Woo! Woo! Oh, that was great. That was great. Well, I don't know. That... I don't know how to sum that one up, to be honest. Again, it was so unique in so many different ways. It's the longest game the tournament has seen so far, I think. 100 or 1,200 kills for Wasepi.
Donate for a better PC.
The devil herself with $10 says, "Hi everyone, go to Wasepi's Twitch and donate for a better PC." I'll get in on that. I'll get in on that later. Wasepi, definitely check him out. He's a good streamer, nice guy too. And I like how he just owned his situation. Like, sorry, I have a wooden PC. 1,200 kills for Wasepi because of the Rats and Archers, but Nero just didn't have the best game. He had less kills, and I think lower KD is largely because of the lack of Paladin numbers. Now, Angelina had 46,000 gold in trade profit. Praise had 39,000 gold in trade profit. So that could have contributed a lot to it. They had trade a bit faster, even though I don't think they thought about it as early. They didn't wall quite as early. And they also had more trade long term. In fact, 69,000 total gold versus the highest on Chile was 55,000. Ooh. 3 relics also helped. The relic gold brought in... I always forget where this is. Sorry. There it is. 6,000 gold. But then again, Nero also had 2 relics and brought in a little over 3,000 with that. Whew. Tiger Shark. It would not make sense to go camel in that situation. Because Praise still had quite a few Arbalest. If it's full skirm... Again, you probably go Paladin over Camel because of the HP anyways. But yeah, there's quite a few Arbs out there. I think Camels would have been a big mistake. Just came down to the lack of Paladin numbers. And then maybe the lack of switching it up too. Because when the opposition's reacting to you, sometimes you can make a ram or two, batter down a wall, switch sides. And that didn't happen. Nero kept diving on Siege, which really hurt his KD. Yeah, he likes to dive a bit, and he does suffer with the army numbers because of that.
Screen.